James Carpenter with Country Living. Welcome to my channel and thank you for watching my videos. All right, it's the next day, another day. We're jacking today. That's coming along pretty good. I will show you. We built these stands yesterday, and as we jack it up, we're putting 2x4 blocks under it, taking it up 1.5 inches at a time. You can see here the 1.5 block. Those spots that I had to cut out for that garage door opener years ago, I made little blocks and put them in there, and then sandwiched this oak board on either side. So hopefully that brings back the structure of the floor joists. All right, we took the 4x4s off the trailer and we stacked them and banded them because it might be another 2 months before we use them again. And typically if you leave lumber just setting out, it will have a tendency to bow and warp on you. All right, sides are coming off. It's basically looking like a house setting up on stilts right now. As you can see, the back of the building here and these poles, that's going to be a 12-foot add-on on the back side of the building. If you look in there at those floor joists, you can see that it's really starting to level up considerably. I just called, they're gonna pick the dumpster up tomorrow. We've got it just about full. By the end of the day, it'll be clear to the top. It can't be over the top of this. I'll take the tractor again here in a minute and shove it down in there a little bit better. All right, she's looking pretty stripped down and naked right now. This little area here was interesting. You got to imagine the siding was, you know, on this side of that 5x5 beam, and then the farmer put this wood and these little dividers, and this was literally full of, well, I'm going to say debris plus nuts and bolts. Some of that stuff probably dated back to who knows when, stuff I've never seen before. And then this was another little section here. Of course, it's all cleaned up now, but most of the antique nuts and bolts we put in a bucket and they went to the scrap yard. Now, as far as the jacking goes, we're still using a 20-ton and a 30-ton jack, and we're setting it under the beam. And then as it goes up, we're putting these additional blocks and to support the weight. This is just some used lumber that we pulled out of the barn when we started the project. Some of these posts, as you can see, they are rotted off at the bottom where they were down in the ground. Here's some more of the pylon stuff. But I do want to try and keep these beams, and what's going to happen is once the concrete's poured, those pressure treated 4x4s are going to be wall studs, and they're going to go from this beam all the way down to the ground. Now you can see where these beams have laid in the dirt so long they're rotted. We're going to cut them off somewhere, cut all of them off at the same height, and then we're going to put telephone poles down in the ground about 4 feet on a concrete pad, and then when we set the building back down, we'll set it down on telephone poles, and then when we pour the concrete, that'll lock the top of the telephone pole in, and the concrete in the bottom of the hole will lock it in there. But you know, it may look a little bit rough, but it is a classic antique barn, and I believe it's going to look pretty cool if I leave it as natural as I possibly can. Yeah, look how, that's how much we've raised it. You can see where that used to be down on the ground. Same thing over here. Now we still have a couple straps on it, because as you can see, it's got quite a lean right here. We got some X bracing in here to try to support it. But the main thing is this beam runs all the way under all the floor joists and is supported on these heavy-duty pylons that we made. So I feel very comfortable working under the structure. I believe those pylons are safe. Now we're not under there when we're doing the actual jacking, because that wouldn't be safe. You know, just in case a jack would kick out or something crazy would happen and the building would tumble over. But we're being as cautious as we possibly can. Now the dumpster, I rented the dumpster to get rid of a lot of the trash that was in the barn, and we put a lot of that siding down in the dumpster. I did a few minutes ago. I took the bucket on the tractor and I pushed that down in there. I guess they don't like it if it sticks up above this level right here, so we're getting that all ready for them. But other than that, she's coming along. We got a few more inches we got to go up, and then you'll see us start on the footers and putting them telephone poles in I was talking about. So with that being said, I appreciate you watching the video. Like and subscribe. I know I don't like asking that every time, but sometimes you have to put the bug in somebody's ear to get them to do it. But by subscribing to the channel, you help me build the channel, and I do appreciate that. Thank you, and have a great evening.